Hello, this is Sierra and welcome to another video. Today is another story. We are doing another hidden stories within hidden target attacks video because this is big enough to do a single video on it. Just like Mirror World was big enough to do a video on it. This feels big enough to do a video. Obviously. People were asking about it. People want to know. And I'm like, do I want to wait another episode or two? Or do I want to do it now? And I'm like, I've already written it. Why not do it now? If you can tell from the title, you know what we're going to do, what we're going to look at. But in case you don't, there should be a link in the description to the recent target attack as of this video. And yeah. There'll be a certain point that you'll understand why I did this. Like, I used what I saw from Stampy's point of view and try to recreate it in there, in this story. It's not perfect. There are some things that could have happened, but based on story writing, it's the best scenario. And yes, there may or may not be a cliffhanger or a mystery. A mystery at the end of the story. But you're just gonna have to wait and see, yeah? Yeah. Anyway. Hidden stories and hidden target attacks hacked the Nether battle. No. This story takes place when hidden target, Beaver, and the helpers have a battle in the Nether. The story takes place shortly before, for pace and ease of story reasons. Stampy is only able to observe outside of the Nether, so he doesn't see what took place. This is just my take on what might have happened. It's not canon unless Stampy states otherwise. To be fair, he probably won't. Enjoy. And let's get into it. Shall we? If you notice I sound a little different, I might be getting a cold. So, we've got that. Yeah. Doing its thing. Not fun. Thanks, fall/winter. William tended to his carrot garden on a beautiful sunny day. The beaver made sure the crops were growing as they should, healthy and thriving. He wouldn't be busy at all that day, since it was a day off. In fact, all of the helpers had the day off, while Stampy went to do his own thing. Sure, the beaver was curious, but he knew that with Stampy, he'd find out what his friend was planning soon enough. He was perfectly fine with that. However, just as he was satisfied with what he had managed to grow, he could hear someone calling his name. Stampy? What was he doing here? William looked up to see the cat approaching, hearing slight relief in his friend's voice. The cat explained that his target Beaver had hacked his account and had taken away his permissions, and that he needed help. By the way, spoilers. After the Beaver confirmed that he still had permissions, the cat told him to find the other helpers and meet him at the castle. The Beaver did not argue. He knew it was urgent, so he did not delay. It didn't take him long to find the other helpers. He found Polly in the basement of her stable, working on a new redstone contraption, and Vivi in his tower enjoying himself. The other two friends dropped everything immediately when they heard what the cat had told William. The Beaver didn't have to do much to convince them to come along. Their friend needed their help. Slightly nervous about the ordeal as the Beaver noticed the sun beginning to set, the three helpers ran to the castle. The sooner they got there, the better chance they had in stopping whatever the villains were doing. He just hoped the cat was okay. Without permissions, he was practically defenseless. They arrived shortly after dark, finding Stampy hiding a distance away from the castle. The Beaver already donned the iconic diamond armor as he listened to his friend making a plan for what to do. The Beaver could see his target wearing the netherite armor. It didn't faze him, though. It just meant he had a tougher opponent. Yeah, he had to outsmart. He could find a way. Unfortunately, their plan of ambush was backfired when Beaver spotted them. The beaver watched as she tossed a homing potion in their direction before vanishing through the portal. Their cover was blown. The beaver still believed they still had a chance, though. Even if the villains had the strongest armor in the game, they were still outnumbered. William quickly took out a few ghoulies that were approaching as the cat stated that they go in. He would wait here, unable to do much of anything to help. It made the beaver slightly uneasy going in and leaving his friend behind, but he knew his friend could figure that out. He had villains to fight and a battle to win. Almost as soon as the three of them went in through the portal, hit the target and ambushed them. Viva splashing poison at them, hitting Polly as she was forced to go back to heal. William was hardly affected by the poison due to his diamond armor as he shoved hit the target into a nearby flame. The villain catching fire, he charged through the portal as William began to pursue him before he stopped. Polly had returned and was throwing snowballs at Viva, who was struggling to chase after Fizzy. However, when hit the target came back, forcing William to back off from Viva as he charged at the man in netherite armor. He had to find a way to take them out, or take the armor off, but best case was to eliminate him. It was their only chance to stop the villains. William hardly noticed that Fizzy had disappeared through the portal, not hearing the sound of fireworks as he tried to corner hit the target, but Viva was not having it. William noticed a glance between the two villains before the beaver noticed that the woman run towards the portal as Fizzy came back, with a crossbow loaded with fireworks. William couldn't deal with her right now, though. He had to get the armor. To get to the armor. Suddenly, the beaver had an idea as Viva came back through, poisoned and being chased by a zombie. He glanced over at his friends, and they both nodded, knowing exactly what to do. Polly continued to throw snowballs at his target as Fizzy went after Viva and the zombie, shooting fireworks at them as the woman struggled to dodge them. William charged and jumped at his target, creating a critical hit that took out the villain as he grabbed the armor, dodging an angry Viva, and charged out of the portal. He made it out, hearing his friend's nervous voice as it quickly dawned on the armor, feeling more powerful as he heard his friend's reply. Stampy was right. They did have a chance now. William went into the portal, surprised to hit the target coming from around the corner. Surprised and startled to see him donning the armor. He charged at the villains as they ran around a few times before charging towards the portal, the helpers following behind as they ran over the ice. William finally being called back by an excited but anxious Stampy Cat. They still needed to find a way to get his permission back and regain his account. It didn't take them long to get to the castle and find the dogs inside. William looked around the barrels, trying to see if there was anything inside. He could hear Stampy and Polly figuring out a way to regain the account before smashing the computer that had caused so much trouble. It was good to see that the dogs were safe and the drama over. But it gave the beaver a little bit of joy knowing he managed to outsmart a villain, even if he seemed powerful. And if his friend ever needed him again, without a doubt, he would be there. That's what friends were for, after all. Yeah. I think you can figure out what I was hinting at. Because the target didn't spawn back in his bed. If he had died, would he have spawned in the bed? Or if he had something else, like a, I don't know, respawn anchor, then maybe, yeah, he has a way to stay. Ooh. Imagine Stampy thinking he defeated the target, but then he comes back. And it's all because of a respawn anchor. It's never that easy, is it? Of course, it's only a theory. The story, as a whole, is only a theory. One of many, I guess. It's not confirmed whether or not this is the story that we know that happened. At least, does Deb even know? Is he trying to hint at something that's coming? Or maybe it's just an open door for in an unlimited amount of possibilities. Like, maybe Polly's snowballs of doom were real, and she didn't hold back. At all. Which, yeah. And Fizzy, being the genius he is, would not have to hide as much fun. Like, you don't know what he's really doing, but he's doing something. He's smart enough to figure something out. It's definitely when trying to give the villains a hard time. He and Beaver have something. Like, he's managed to trap her before, back and horsing around. How? I don't know. I have a theory, but I don't know. All of these stories are practically theories. Because we'll never know the answers. Unless Stephanie tells us, and he might not. He might not. And that's okay. Because we don't need to know all the answers. All we need is to enjoy the moments that have been given to us. And yeah, theorize about it, but remember that it's just that. A theory. And no, I'm not going to go all mad about it, but you know, all of this is just a theory. But the story and the lore is still there. And it will be so long as YouTube doesn't, shut down. Yeah. Just a theory. But a fun one, I guess. An epic one. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, hopefully the next one is just as epic as this one. Maybe, maybe not. He may have hinted at something big. This target is always big. It's getting bigger and bigger, guys. Bigger and bigger. Which is fun. It just means you get stories sooner. Rather than waiting for a few episodes before I dump a story on you. A group of stories on you. Yeah. I'm rambling now. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.